Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Yes, for some of you, you might be thinking, is this the last time I'm ever going to stream? No, of course not. This is the last day on YouTube. Yes, I am planning, or rather, I've already set up everything. I put things into motion for me to return to Twitch. There's a really simple reason why I'm going back to Twitch, and I will show you why very soon. The thing is this, right? Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. I'm just typing something in so that it's easier for me to switch scenes later. I just thought of this while talking to you guys. So basically, the issue on YouTube is very simple, right? First, schedule. I have to literally do a video for a schedule, which doesn't really help. Two, there's so many times when I have done like I explain a role or something, there's no clip. We can't clip it, right? So that's stuff that's I mean, of course, there is a way I can do that by editing it and putting it out and stuff like that. But more like sometimes it's more fun if I do something stupid and one of you does a meme of it or he captures it. I'll just end up laughing, and because that is community generated content. The thing is, that's the point. There's like little to nothing that I can do with respect to the community on YouTube. I mean, like, I want to do so much. So, like, very, very soon, right? I'll show you. I mean, we are planning to move to Twitch. This is interesting. All the spin the wheel is up already for you guys. As you know, I'm gonna be doing a new show, right? The new show will be called Destiny. But here you can see on Twitch, right? If you go to Twitch, the schedule is already up for what's going to be happening, right? So we got a new series called, like, every Wednesday they'll be Bring Your Tactics, and then on other days, like it just put it in for today. I don't know why, but never mind. uh, Destiny FM 22 series to start, and this is things I can do on Twitch. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Remove all suspensions. Remove all bans. It's good, I like to do bigger tactics. Players all perfect. No bans, no nothing. Felix the past luck, he never playing for me. You're one of the worst players I've ever encountered, I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. Dawood Emre, hey, this is a very interesting tactic. Hey, cultured left foot Dave, how are you, man? Happy last live Tuesday. Yes, happy last. Hey, and then cultured left foot and I, we have to talk. Gotta start talking about our show as well. I was waiting for this to happen. So before we start talking, because I'm talking to Cultural Left Foot, want to do another show as well, maybe once a fortnight. We talk about the Premier League. Yeah. So it'll be his timing, my timing. We have to set everything out. So I got a lot of plans coming up in the near future. Lots of things to do. Plus, I have to teach my kids. Vicious, I tell you, some people. All right. Rainer Royce, let's look at the PIs, eh? Cross him central, dribble more, sit narrow. Why sit narrow? Okay. I don't get it. Why you want them to sit narrow? You already got two here. How many more people you want in the center? Sit narrow, what? You know what happens when you sit narrow? Defend. Hey, you have to remember, these PIs also influence them when they're defending. No? Yeah, because if you tell them to sit narrow during the attacking phase, where do you think it's going to be when he loses the ball? On the flanks or somewhere inside? Somewhere inside, right? So don't you think he's got more to do to get back here? Would it be easier for him to come back this way? Because if he runs diagonally, isn't it a longer distance than to run in a straight line? So these are things that we have to consider. So when you ask a player to sit narrow, it can affect him defensively. So it's something that you really, really need to pay attention to. Low crosser seems to be a fun thing for a lot of people to do. Huh? Okay, we'll play this tactic. I'm not going to say too much. Okay, guess what? You play Bayern Munich. Talk about testing the tactic out. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, Bayern Munich. I was thinking, not Bayern Munich, not Bayern Munich, not Bayern Munich. Well, we got 45 minutes. We'll try your tactic out for a while, okay? All right, so we'll see what happens. So as you can see, right, if you look at the bottom right, there's chat commands rules. That of course, the chat commands don't work here. They'll be working on Twitch. In fact, if you go to Twitch right now and you type rules into the chat command, you will see the rules come up. There'll be a link to a document on Google. Right? It should be working. Please be working. Oh man. Please be working, man. I've got to test a lot of things tomorrow as well. Hey, God Spurs, how are you, brother? Are you happy? Are you a happy man? You are one of the guys, right? I feel more sorry for you. You've gone through a lot of ups and downs with Spurs, man. You can leave with YouTube, but I will continue to watch you, especially my favorite Forest Diaries. Hey, Ayo, Maximovic, you better come to Twitch. I don't care. I don't have anybody else to drink coffee with. Come on now, don't be like that. It's the same time, just a different channel, Maximovic. It's a different channel. Look at that. You see what happens in narrow? You see what happens when you sit narrow? I tell you, it's going to affect you defensively. Every time you sit narrow, like, okay, where is your fullback? Where's your wingback? Is this a wingback? My word, look at how out of position Wolf is. Look at that. The first goal. Where is Wolf? Where is this guy standing? This is the reason why you never ask a wingback to sit narrow. It's like the worst thing you can ever do, right? You got wingback, please don't tell him to sit narrow, because if he sits narrow, you're asking for trouble, right? So please, please, please don't ask him to sit narrow, okay? Right now he's sitting narrow. Look at what he's done. Look, he's got I don't know, I'm out of position. That's it. If he had been in his original position without you putting it narrow, he would have been fine. Would have considered a goal. Okay? So please, the first thing I will do with this tactic is come in here. All right. Remove this. I will call this instruction the single worst instruction people are using in the game of Football Manager. Single worst. Of all the bad decisions people can make, sit narrow is one of them. Especially if you're playing a tactic which has got no wingers. Because then what you're doing essentially is telling your team, you know what? Opposition, the flanks are yours. By all means, go down the flanks, have fun, do whatever you want on the flanks. Now our players are not going to bother you. Now he's in a much better position to do something to help the team defend. Yeah. So that's the first thing I would do, right? Do not ever in 100 million years sit narrow on a wingback. Right? You're asking for trouble. Look at that. One removal or sit narrow, immediately the team scores a goal. So it's bizarre how people do this. Especially now, remember this, right? You got two center mids, two attacking midfielders, AMCs, right? Already parking their behinds in the middle of the park. Your wingback needs to go wide. Now, if you want that wingback to occasionally come inside, play a complete wingback. What has happened? Much nicer. Okay, the downside of playing wingback, right, is you have to have a very fit player, and he has to be able to beat players. You can't play an average wingback there. Right? You need a player that's got acceleration, dribbling, first touch, and the ability to cross the ball. Right. So that's the downside when you want to play these kind of systems which have got wingbacks. If you play a complete wingback, what you will see is you need the same things, but you need decision making. And the reason why the complete wingback stands out a bit more is because the complete wingback will sometimes go inside. So it gives you passing options. Whereas the wingback, on the other hand, is going to go down the flanks. So in this particular setup, I would definitely go with a complete wingback. Instead of playing wingbacks. Because sometimes it's good for them to dribble inside. Now, you got two center mids and you got two AMCs, right? Now, when you have these two AMCs, when you have the complete wingback coming inside, what's going to happen is that AMC actually goes wide. If that's the kind of dynamic you want, then you want to use a complete wingback. If you want them to be predictable, meaning the wingback always goes down the flanks, always tries to beat a player, then you play wingback. So that's the difference between the when would you choose a complete wingback? When do you want to choose a wingback? Overall, I'd say that the single thing that I would change would be the two flanks. DLP is the other one now. Yeah, DLP, I don't think is necessary in this tactic. What you want is a player protecting your middle a bit more. Instead of spending time on the ball, trying to do something, we get him to be a DM on support. He sits a bit deeper. Okay. CM on attack is really not something I want. I think you need in this tactic. Because then if he pushes forward your gap, your flank is exposed. Here, maybe what you can use is APS. Now then, what you have is now a creative, a group, two creative players in API. Just at the ball in. Decided the goalkeeper made the wrong move. Yeah. This is the other thing, right? Very good meta is wingbacks who have height. If you want to play these kind of systems, your wingbacks have to have height. They can't be short. Yeah, they're the only ones dealing with the ball, the diagonal like this. So if you have short players there, they lose out all the time, and you can't afford to do that. So if you want to play this kind of attack thing, right? If you want to set it up like this, I got Mazala here, AP, so they combine. Then we got this guy riding down the flanks, right? We could actually tell him to be a complete wingback on attack. Tell this guy to be a DM on defense. Let's bring a fullback, but we don't have any more fullbacks. We can't ask him to be Superman. We'll just ask this guy to play right-footed player play there. So my advice is, if you get that guy to be an attack duty, what you're gonna end up seeing is the gap opening up on that side of the pitch. I would not recommend that. I would probably recommend keeping them on support so they help the flanks. You need somebody to help you defend the flanks as well. But if you have like one on attack, he's not going to be coming back. I mean, he will be trying to help you defend, but he'll be too high up the pitch to do much, you see. Oh man, that was a great take from Nabri, boy. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these 4-2-2-1, like, the attempt to create a box, right? Box attack like that, but you only have you lose the wingbacks. The only system that I know does the box really well is the double 4-2-2-2. Yeah, that has the potential, that can do really well. But these other ones, because you're sacrificing, you end up losing your wingbacks, because your wingbacks, every time they bomb up the pitch, you don't have any security. Which is the reason why the best systems that can bomb up the pitch always have 3 men in midfield, right? The 4-3-1-2, the 4-1-3-2, the 5-3-2, the 5-2-1-2 DM. All of them have got 3 in the middle of the park, right? So here you've got 3, okay, but these 3, they are not going to help you very much, because the 5-3-1-2 has got 3 defenders, right? So because they've got 3 defenders, they can afford to let those wingbacks go attack the flanks. See, you can't. You see, you're gonna get hammered. I can't make this tactic any better. This tactic just won't work. Yeah, it won't get any better. I mean, you could try to do something different with it, like, maybe you use other roles, but still you struggle all the way. Yeah, it will struggle a lot, because we're just getting hammered and clobbered. I can't perform magic with every formation. This just won't work. Yeah. I'll be honest, right? Straight out of the gate. I mean, if you can make it work, then good for you. I'm just gonna go. It's gonna take too much work. Yeah, a tactic like this is gonna take way too much work, because you gotta have to think about, like, okay, there's so many things wrong with this tactic. Like, okay, for one thing, mixed. Secondly, you don't need ball into box, right? Dribble less. Oh my goodness, you can't afford this instruction as well, because these 2 guys have to dribble with the ball, right? So you're affecting them as well. So you can't get this tactic working. No way. Too difficult. I tried to make this formation before. Yeah. It's a lot of work to get it right. And those instructions, those TIs you gave, they won't help your tactic. So if I were you, and if you still are adamant on making this work, okay, this is what I would do. Okay. All right. So we send the tactic. So I'll just show you what I would do with this tactic. Okay. Right out of the gate, I'll turn these guys into complete wingbacks on attack, or even wingbacks on attack, right? So wingbacks on attack. Okay. Second thing I would do is I remove all these PIs, crossing center, dribble more, sit narrow, all this. What we want them to do is, we will just remove all of this. Yeah. All right. I know you put dribble less, hoping that you're just making the tactic a bit too confusing. Yeah. So this much shorter, you're hoping to get one touch passing. You can't afford this as well in this tactic because you need the options to bring the ball forward. This guy can't attack the center. This is not going to work, no? The guy punched through the middle with this guy going up. What is this guy doing? Holding up the ball for this guy to come running? No. You might be able to beat weak teams, but you will never, ever beat strong teams. This tactic will struggle against strong teams. Okay, so I would remove this whole shape. Leave counter. This is what I'll remove. I won't play a counter press because counter press takes all these guys out. So it exposes you. These guys go up. You only have two defenders. So remove that. Don't play with counter press. You can distribute to fullbacks and everything else. Now, here, maximum, and then you prevent shot goalkeeper distribute. Again, you're opening yourself up. Do this instead. Standard defensive line. Okay, there is so much wrong with the setup. Standard defensive line tells your back line not to support your midfield so much. That's what it will do, no? Only when it's a safer thing to do. You got to push with this kind of tactic. So either you play you play something like this. Okay, so you play a higher defensive line, higher line of engagement. Then the other thing you want to do is you come inside here, change his role, no passage shorter. Okay, this guy should be playing as a DMD. You need the third player staying back to help your defenders because these guys are going to go bombing. This guy cannot afford to run through the middle. You don't have enough players handing the ball to the front three. You got a shadow striker. Here in this particular tactic, I know I like the complete forward, but you need somebody to bring the ball up and work with them. So here, maybe you go Mazala on support, box to box. This guy you can try him as a complete wingback on support. Okay, here you want like an advanced playmaker on support or an attacking midfielder on support, right? So one of these two. But this guy, what you want him to do is you want him to take more, where is it? Did I shoot? Oh no, this is a Mazala. No wonder the PIs are different. Okay, here. Okay, this guy, you want him to roam and move and take more risks. Okay, so you want this guy to do a bit more movement, right? So he might go to the left. This Mazala, they might get into each other's way. So if that happens, you remove both into channels. But you need these guys to try and help you with the ball, help work the ball up the pitch. Shorter passing, leave it like this. Counter. I think this is how I set it up, right? I wouldn't try to overcomplicate it. Here you want this guy to tackle harder. Here you want this guy to tackle harder. You want these guys to actually come out of the zone and try to help you win the ball back. These are the two. So, and down this side, you want stop crosses as well, so that the side players will come and help you stop the crosses when the boys go down the flanks. This is what this instruction is here for. Other than that, leave the rest of them alone. This is how I set it up. In the A list of tactics, I would always recommend people go for the 5-2-1-2, okay, or the 4-3-3, the 4-4-2, and the 4-2-4, and the 4-3-1-2. These are the prime tactics. These are the ones that will win you titles and win you Champions Leagues with average teams. But a lot of the funky ones, no, they don't really do the job. This tactic is very dangerous. No, okay, what in the world? This got every PI possible has been picked for this tactic. Holy cow. Okay, double DMs, you're going to stay wider. Higher tempo, focus play down the left, focus play down the right. These guys are going to go left. This looks very familiar. No? I mean, I have a 5-channel attack system as well. But, okay, first up, I'm just going to remove this. Don't use this. Okay. I'm going to remove this. No, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to keep this. Okay, so I'm adding this. I'm going to drop the tempo. Tempo high. Yeah, highest tempo. Counter press. I'm going to remove the counter press. Okay, I'm just changing all this slightly. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now we play a tactic. Okay. These are changes I made. This guy will change his role. Okay. This guy, we're going to change his role too. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we play. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's still very attacking, the rules. The rules are still very attacking. 4-4-2 S tier. Yeah. Oh, yeah. S tier. The best. I put 4-4-2 right up there. No? One of the best tactics. But hardest to play. It's one of the best formations, but it's also one of the hardest to play. Because it really demands that you are good at here, the thing about Football Manager is this, right? It's not like playing a game where you get this weapon, you get this, and this, and you're done. No, you're doing the best. You can do the best damage, or you can build your city the fastest or whatever. Football Manager isn't like that. Football Manager is okay. The formation is your starting point. It's a great formation. You win a lot of things with it. But whether you do or not ultimately depends on whether you've chosen the right players, whether you know what to do in certain games, right? Like your options. What options can you come up with to save the day? That kind of thing. So those are the things you have to actually get good at. The 4-4-2 is very, very good because the 4-4-2 is about control. How do you control the center? What kind of players do you get? And then, if there are times when I'm playing with complete wingbacks, there are times when I'm playing with wingbacks. There are times when I'm playing a system where I'm hoofing the ball out. I can change the way I play in a game depending on what I want to do. It's very, very good. And in fact, when I used to, I still do, help you guys with the game. Like some of you, I help you guys, right, one-on-one. Always, right, those first few days, like for quite a few of you, I made you guys make for me 4-4-2 tactics. I said my logic is very simple. If you can make a very good 4-4-2 and you know how to start changing, you don't need to know any other tactic because then you'll master them all. Because if you master the 4-4-2, you master all the tactics. This tactic, we just made a few changes, right? This tactic is a 5-channel attack. The moment I see a 5-channel attack, I know what to do. This is a very, very strong setup because it's a slight variation of the 4-4-2, 4-2-4. It's a slight variation of 4-2-4. Because the 4-2-4, this guy will be in front, right? So what I did was I used an enganche. See, the reason why I play an enganche is this. Okay, we want a hook because we got this guy running, we got this guy running. You got focus play down the left and the right, which means that these guys the center mids are going to move to the area of the focus. When they do that, this enganche is going to drop a bit deeper. The enganche always drops a bit deeper, so he gets involved in play a lot, looking for players to pass the ball to. Thing is, he's got so many possible targets. He's got this guy, he's got this guy, he's got this guy, right? Plus the roaming playmaker will come up the pitch. These two wingbacks, when they get up the pitch, what do they turn this formation into? A 2-4-4-1, right? But it won't be a 2-4-4-1. For very short transition points, a 2-4-4-1. Then it transitions into a two, like these two, maybe one fella in midfield. This guy will shoot up, you get a 5-channel attack. Because these guys are gonna overpower defenses. A very strong setup. I think this was made in alpha with you guys, right? The thing is, your 5 attack rolls in the 5-channel attack, the AM is not the 5th player. This is what you don't understand, Pico Mini. The 5-channel attack is your 2 wingbacks coming in as well. They are overpowering your defense. They are the ones overpowering the defenders. You need somebody to string the attacks. Otherwise, you just have all these 5 running and nobody playing the passes to them. There's the reason why the tactic you made might struggle. So this hook is much better. All you have to do with this kind of system, because you play on very high tempo, right? So when you play on high tempo, you don't want to spend too much time building up play. So what happens is your ball goes up the pitch, then there's one guy dropping and you got all your players running into the spaces, and that's where you create your channel attacks. The only time, right, you will go like, okay, fine, you know what I want to do? I want to drop my tempo. Okay, drop my tempo. Okay. Still the same thing. Okay. Now if you try this, right, I think let's assume you use the AM on the tank, right? Now we just use AM on the tank. Hardly do anything else. You want to do what you want to do, you have to drop your tempo. You can't play high tempo anymore. You have to play on low tempo. You can't play high tempo. If I want to play on high tempo, I'm using an enganche. If I want to play on low tempo, if I want to play like front, everybody's attacking the center, then I have to play on a lower tempo. Otherwise, it's gonna take too long. You will rush a lot of shots at goal. What would be more fitting for an Iberian Catanaccio style like Jose Mourinho's 4-2-3-1? Cautious. Yeah, probably a cautious or even balanced would be fine. Yeah. You remember the mentality is just the risk profile. Yeah. It's just a risk profile. What you want is like your defensive line to be standard defensive line, your block to be a mid block, or a low, preferably a mid block. Don't go low block. Then they are waiting right at the center. What you want is like a mid block, but you have neutral trigger press. Yeah, you don't press all the way. Three center mids and +1 AM quite deadly. Yeah, they are. So if you want to play your way, right, with the 4, if you want to play your setup like this, right, change this role to a complete forward. Play these guys at AM, right, but remove the other instructions that you put here, like play for set pieces and all that, but drop your tempo. And then come in here, don't use counter press, use counter. And then keep the rest. Both can work. Just the enganche is much better at high tempo. If you want to play high tempo, play enganche. If you want to play, if you want to have like, you want to have like the flooding effect with everybody in the final third, right? And then you're just watching the team get massacred by your players' phenomenal movement. Then you have to play on lower tempo. Yeah. This will just destroy teams. And this tactic is prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. You see, the thing is this other thing you can do with this tactic. So let me see if you got the role. Did you? I think you did, right? Wingback attack. Yeah, you had a wingback attack. There's no need to change that as well. Yeah, so that's simple. You got option A, option B, up to you. Yeah, tactic, there's nothing too wrong with it because I've got a 5-channel attack, and the 5-channel attack is quite straightforward to set up. We want the easiest setups. This one. You can either set it up like this, or you want to do. So only difference here is, right? Here is you go run a defense. Well, you want this, and this at all costs. Why? Because you got so many players running. And when they get the ball, you want them to pull players out. The moment they pull players out, you got free space for the others to attack. This is the reason why you want this combination. Not play for set pieces. That's. Don't be that player. Please don't be that player. Okay. Right. Okay, but we scored 2 goals from set pieces. No? We thought play for set pieces. Okay. Then we want counter. Now, in this is a high tempo setup. Okay, if you want to score more goals, drop the tempo, change this to AM on A. Okay. That's it. Dash Harry, 4-2-3-1. Oh my goodness. Another one. You guys are coming up with some very interesting tactics today. Okay, let's go. Ding, ding, ding. DLF on attack, inside forward, AM, inverted winger. Okay, sit narrow. He's going to sit narrow anyway, you know. You don't have to do that. After he takes the ball, he's going to come inside. Yeah. AM attack, row position. Fullback on attack. This is interesting. Anchorman. Wow. Wow. You are a man who believes. Okay, I get what you're trying to do. Mid block, right? No. Please remove this. Don't do that. The trap inside and the trap outside, right, presupposes when you create a trap, right, these guys are just going to say, hey, you know what? We're not defending today. It's your problem. We're just going to hang out in the middle of the park and let everybody come down the flanks. This fullback is going to go, hey, you know what? He's coming down the flanks. We just let him cross the ball. So you have to have very good players there. That's it. You don't have those players, then you might struggle. All right, so what we got here? We got Matthew Morey, who is looking like he wants to cry because he's got no more energy left. We're going to have Thomas Mooney. Yeah, Thomas, you're playing. But I'm injured, sir. This is the world of bring your tactics. You know what happens to bring your tactics? We remove all injuries. Like magically, you're cured. Because we got magic. We have lots of magic at our disposal. Okay, Saleh. Okay, all everyone's there. So we come in here, put Maya here. We got Dawood for Modesto. Marcus Royce for I don't know who. Hummels, you know the come. I know you like to play football, but you know, Schlotterbeck, you're on the bench. Okay, Nico Schultz. You can go up and down the pitch. Okay, Aguero. Okay, let's go. So got Amrit Chan, guess what? Guerrero can play here. All right, Bellingham, get done. In a narrow diamond, I would default to AP on S. I think the APS is quite underrated. My attacking players, I've aimed to have high aggression because I watch your videos. Yes. High aggression, brother. Don't know whether SI is going to fix it. But SI have not addressed high aggression for like 3 years. No. Yeah. It's been high aggression for about 3 years. The go-to for 3 years already. I don't think SI is gonna remove that. Maybe FM25. Because nobody knows what FM25 is gonna look like. So I'm like, whoa, it is first time, man. I feel like a newbie. Look at that, man. Look, hey, come on. You see, I want to watch your fullbacks. You think about this tactic is gonna be whether or not you can get the attacks spinning away. Oh, apparently you can. Okay. Did we make too many changes? Did I make any changes or not? No, right? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I didn't make any changes, no. DLF on attack is not a bad role. Pico Mini, DLF on attack. Yeah. You get a vertical movement. You can't afford complete forward, right? You go for the DLF on attack. It's a poor man's complete forward. No money to sign complete forward. You go for DLF on attack. You just need strength, decisions, passing. Composure. Can we improve this? I mean, it looks to me, this tactic looks to be I don't want to be taking too many chances kind of tactic. Okay, so what I would try to do is do this. Okay, mid block. So this whip crosses of yours is a better chance of working. You got whip crosses, right? Whip crosses really need space. Yeah, because they are the crosses played in front of players to run onto. Those are whip crosses. So the ball is played like it looks like it's a cross, but it's been played into the space in front of a player, so he has to sprint onto it. And you need fast strikers for that. So if you are intentionally using it for that effect, then you play mid block. If you suddenly went, that's a whip cross, is it? I didn't want to. I didn't know the whip cross was that. Then please play mixed crosses. Yeah, whip crosses is very very specific. But once again, all these instructions that you see in the game, they're not everything. Oh no, everything they do is gonna be a whip cross. No, it's all tendency to do. Please try to play more whip crosses in your game. That's it. This is the game of Football Manager. In Football Manager, there's no 1-0. Like no coding that says you only have this, you can only do this or that. No, the game was never meant to be like that. No, never designed to be giving players binary choices. No, it was never. It was one of the first things Paul Collier told the community when he made the game. Because a lot of people used to go, I don't want him to do that. And Paul went and said, guys, the game was not designed by me to be like that. It's meant to reflect the reality on the pitch, where players sometimes have to make decisions in the heat of the matter. They may not follow the manager's instructions. So that's what it is meant to be. So we made a couple of changes that's minor, very not major. But I think this tactic, look, these 5 channels, these all various iterations of the 4-4-2. They're all various combinations. Like these are 4-4-2 variations in a sense, because like the 4-2-4 is a variation of the 4-4-2. This is a variation of the 4-4-2-2. Yeah. They're all different variations. But I like the use of your anchor man. Very safe. And this is like fullback, extremely safe. Because what fullbacks end up doing is they pass inside. Right? So your anchorman holds his position. Volante running the ball up. Inverted winger coming to this side because there is no one else actually running up the pitch. Okay. This tactic is not bad, yeah. That's why yours is being played on very high tempo and very on a positive mentality. Yeah. He's on his more circumspect, but he considered a goal from a guy called Becker. What a goal, man! What a header! What a header! No, that is a hell of a header, boy. Yeah, goalkeeper was in no man's land, and goalkeeper is already standing in no man's land. That is no man's land. Terrible goalkeeping. Terrible goal. Speaking of goalkeeping, Manchester United is still struggling to sign a backup keeper, is it? They wanted to sign Suzuki from the J League, right? The guy says that you gotta be joking, right? I want to take part in the World Cup. I want to be up for selection for the national team, and you want me to be a second stringer? Seriously, I think United should respect. This guy is a national goalkeeper, in the running to be the first choice Japanese goalkeeper. Bloody hell! You think what? The first choice Japanese goalkeeper will come to United and sit on the bench. Oh, thanks, man. So sad. So sad. Well, this is good, huh? Look, kept it simple. See, fullbacks on attack do get up the pitch. They do cross the ball. The difference between a fullback and a wingback is a fullback does not dribble like it's his last day on earth. Wingback will dribble like it's his last day on earth. Wingback will never think about, hey, you know what? Let me lay off the ball because there's somebody in front of me blocking my way. No, the wingback wants to beat him. The fullback, on the other hand, is a bit more smarter. He sees somebody in front of him, he's thinking to himself, you know what? I'm not going to try and beat him. I'm going to pass the ball. Do I have anybody to pass the ball to? The only reason why fullback systems fail is because you don't have an option for them to pass the ball to, because they don't want to run past players. So this is a very nice tactic. Minimal changes needed. Very nice. I liked it. So I think I only made a couple of changes. You have to go back to the end and rewind to find out what the changes are, because I can't remember them now. Okay, next tactic. All right, Strikerless Bilbao. Oh my goodness, a man after my heart. Strikerless tactics got certain rules, no? Okay, I'm not going to tell you what they are until we play. Dawood, Omran Chan, Izzat, Royce, Kitten, so on. Cannot. We have to have players that can attack. 12. Hazard is 14. Okay, so. Royce is not exactly the fastest player on the block. Put Donnell Mullen again. Donnell Mullen has got acceleration. Modesto, no. Modesto, you're too slow. Marius Wolf, baby, Marius Wolf is actually quite good for strikerless tactics. We don't want Bino Kittens, too young. Karim Adeyemi is again. Adeyemi brothers. Okay, Adeyemi can come in on the right. Wait. Adeyemi, right foot or left foot? Left foot, you come in on the right. Okay, Adeyemi comes in from there. Reina again, right? Reina has got right foot. Right foot, yes. Reina coming from left. Reina, Marlon, Adeyemi. Okay, so I've done the best I can think of for these three positions. Okay. All right. Did a follow-up on Twitch to make up. What if a ninja gets injured? There is no magic sponge. There is no magic sponge for a ninja. We'll have to think about that. If he got a 7-month injury, go in there, magic sponge him. Oh man. But we do give him natural fitness of 6. So that means his natural fitness is quite good at the start. Yeah. I have to check. Natural fitness, he didn't rate his natural fitness is 14. Yeah. Proneness to injury is only 6. So it's all 6. Yeah, so don't worry. Holy cow. I'll watch this for a while, okay? Because strikerless tactics got some rules. Yeah. Oh my goodness. One of them is find yourself an intelligent player. Apparently, this guy decided, you know what? I'm a very good player. I can pass the ball. Yeah, nice. The idea is that I know what you're trying to do with this system. Again. Okay, all right. We're going to make some changes straight away. Okay. All right. First up, remove this nonsense instruction. Right defense, will ball into box. Okay. All right. Do this. No, just play like this. Okay. Highest tempo. No, be more disciplined. Counter press, prevent shot over the distribution. Oh, please, for heaven's sakes. Just okay, listen. Okay, I want you all to do me a favor, right? I want you to pretend there's no pressing trap. Okay, because when you do pressing traps, right, they can be set up. They're quite good. They're actually quite good. Problem is, if you have an attack duty like this and like this, right, and you only need two defenders, you want to play a pressing trap and you direct them to the center, you got attack duty, right? So if you are doing a pressing trap, there cannot be any attack duties in your pressing where you're trying to press them. Okay. So if you want to do a pressing trap towards the center, there cannot be a single attack duty there. There have to be roles that are going to try and help you win the ball back. But you got none of them. You got a playmaker who's apparently been told, guess what? We are inviting all the demons from hell to come towards your area, and we still want you to try and play a killer ball from there while defending us from the demons from hell. Right? You're putting him through hell, so please don't. That won't work. Okay, so we're gonna make a few quick changes. Does shorter passing and pass? Yes, it does. You shouldn't play shorter passing with pass into space. You shouldn't. You should play like mixed passing with pass into space. But you have to remember, pass into space is a pass that is you're looking to put the ball into areas where your players can run onto, right? Can run onto the ball, right? So that's why I went to standard. Okay. Go ball into box. Fairly narrow is we play mixed. Yeah, prevent. Then we go all the way. And then we get that part more or less squeeze the play up. Okay. You a slaughter back. You can actually. You can play a ball playing defender. You are DM1D. Okay. AP. Let's try something, huh? Let's just try something. Mr. Experimental players coming to town today. Let's do this, huh? Variation. Let's try this out. Oh, you got a corner straight away. We got a goal immediately. What a change. Oh, baby. Love it. Don't ask me how it happened. Yeah, I got no logical explanation for you. It's just one of those. Are you allowed to buy any of the user control players? I'm not allowed to buy any of the players. Yeah. All your players, you decide. I cannot touch your players. I cannot sign them. I cannot pray to them. I cannot invite them for dinner. I can't touch them. I can only like, wow. Curse and swear at them. That's about it. You guys are the ones driving their development. You are deciding where they're going to be transferred to. You are the ones saying, okay, fine, we're going to transfer. I got to come up with a metric for the transfers as well. So that one I have to decide. I don't know about transfers yet. In the game, there's an in-game mechanic. We're going to let the in-game mechanic transfer them, but you are allowed to make the first transfer to a club of your choice. Then after that, they grow from there. Okay, so now what I've done is complete wing back, inside forward, right? So what I've done is this guy is gonna be roaming. So this guy is hunting. These two guys are hunting. This guy is gonna go inside or out. This guy's gonna come inside because the inverted winger. So this Enganche is dropping, right? As he drops, he's gonna have these two running past him, right? And these two guys running in front of him, and these two guys coming up beside him. Okay, so that is the plan with the tactic at the moment. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Why is it different from yours? Because yours doesn't have enough push in the center, right? So I'm trying to create more of a flood because I find that these strikerless tactics do really well when you flood the center with players so that it overwhelms the opposition. Their midfielders cannot play the ball. So right now what's actually happening is whenever they attack, they're attacking a team that's got 7 players back defending. Yeah. You want your Nugent to win the World Player of the Year like 5 times. Oh my goodness, that would be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. Okay, let's see how they work the ball out from defense, right? Okay, there you got 3. You're gonna run. Complete wing. Got a play inside. You see that it's like they're quarterbacking each other. Inside forward. That was a good idea, but there was somebody there already. Goes long. Complete wing back as a run all the way back. And we're still defending quite well. Okay. Okay, this is one variation of the tactic. But we go back to your tactic again. Okay. All right, that's one variation. Okay, that's how I would set it up. But I want to go back to yours. Because mine changed yours a lot. Okay, so yours, okay, what can we do to improve this? Okay, so we go halfback or anchor. You can even use an anchor. Anchor might even be a good idea. So here's CM on attack. If this CM is running up, there's nobody in the center, right? So what I would do here is instead I'll play a ball winning midfield on support. So he tries to help you win the ball. I probably wouldn't play a AP. There's too much activity going on in the center. So I will probably go box to box midfielder here. Okay. And then here, shadow striker, wing back. Yeah. All right, play narrow, no be more disciplined. Right defense, remove this. Counter press, trap inside is removed. Stop cross. Okay. All right, this is how I would set up your tactic instead. Probably, yeah, there's a link in the chat. Scroll up and you find the link, yeah. We did it 4 so far. But today is the last YouTube stream, guys. After this, there's no more Bring Your Tactics on YouTube. They're all moving to Twitch. Even Twitch is not a priority. It's always going to be Discord players, Discord guys, or subscribers, subscribers, Discord fellas. Yeah, and then there will always be like a cap. The moment my body feels like it cannot handle anymore, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, man, guys. Seriously, I'm old enough to be a father. For half of you, I'm probably old enough to be a grandfather. Imagine a grandfather talking like that. Hey, guess what, guys? I'm playing Football Manager. There was I went to Singapore to service my watch. So I brought my watch for servicing, right? So this kid there recognized me, You're the uncle who plays Football Manager. Hey, oh shit, man. Oh god, that was funny as fuck. Oh, you can't see the link? Okay, let me see if I can pop it up. I should be able to lah. See what I do there. There we go. Okay. How would you get a central striker to drop deep to link play, but then arrive late? Complete forward. DLF on support. Trequartista. Yeah, Trequartista will drop deep. Cream. Trequartista is very good. He'll drop deep. Okay, Trequartista will drop deep. Complete forward on attack can also drop deep. Complete forward. Okay, the 3 roles that are the best at this are the Trequartista, the complete forward on support. F9 not so good because F9 will drop deep and create play, but he won't bust the gut to get into the box. So if you want bust the gut, or bust the net, it's complete forward on attack. Trequartista. I'll just stop the nonsense. I don't know what guy is wrong with you. Yeah, you see what happens? Your tactic is so much more better now. Look at that. Except they can't finish to save their lives. Okay, I cannot do anything about. Okay, try something different. Okay, now Here, if I played a triple whammy in the center, it might actually be better. Okay, so we're gonna go Shadow Striker attack. Shadow Striker attack. Now you watch how this thing performs. Kanche. Mezala. Wing back on attack. Complete wing back on attack. Complete wing back on attack. Okay. Different, huh? Now we got Enganche as a hook. Mazala coming here, Mazala coming, Shell Striker coming, Shell Striker, complete wing back. Or maybe we'll change this. Just go inverted wing back on attack. Inverted wing back on attack. Right, because they got nobody here, right? So they're still going to try and come in. Let's see what happens. But I think this is also another option. You can try. This is going to overpower the all defenders. Defenders are going to have like a dilemma who to mark. And Ganche is going to drop deep, right? So the Mazalas are going to the half channels. So there's space for the Enganche right now. The Enganche is going to become like a playmaker in the center, right? So with those three in front, pinning the guy, that Enganche has got like a lot of time to say, you know what, hey, I'm going to put one through the lines. So yeah. So that this can also work for you if you want to do strikeless. Strikeless got quite a few good options. So. Yeah. And then of course, this is if you haven't tried Monty Python, you should try Monty Python out as well. My pride and joy. Hey, we actually have a one-man advantage, and we cannot. Oh, we are 2-1 up. Yeah. Okay. All right, Mazala, you need a bit of skill. Apparently, the guy on the pitch doesn't really have enough to wait, hold on, undo this guy. Put him here. That's about the only place he can play. Bona can come here. All right. Let's see. Marco Royce. I think Marco Royce is better as this position. Okay. All right. See what happens? When you have this 3 in the center and you got the Enganche, it's a much better shape. What are your thoughts on Onana and Mount for United? I thought Onana is, I think they need a goalkeeper. Right? I just don't know. Onana is a good goalkeeper. I mean, as far as Football Manager is concerned. But Mason Mount, not too sure. For me, Mason Mount, I think that United need a Declan Rice more than a Mason Mount. They got a lot of Mason Mount type of players in that team, you know. They got a few I mean, like, I look at United and I go, where's their steel in midfield? Arteta's Arsenal has got a lot of steel, man, now. They're going to do a lot of damage to a lot of teams. But United, where's the steel, man? I don't get it. So I'm not impressed so far with, it's probably down to the fact that United are still unsure about where the ownership is going, right? They have no ownership. They still don't know left or right who's going to be new owner. They're waking up to find out who's going to send them who to send the bills to. Mason Mount, I'm not. I tell you something, right? When United signed Mason Mount, I'm like, man, not impressed. Not impressed. Yeah. I think I don't think Ten Hag is getting the players that he wants, though. I don't think he's getting. So these are variations of your strikerless tactic, right? This is probably something I'll play. Mass, Anchorman to keep it safe. These three will hold you, help you defend, and you can get. See, you don't need to defend with a lot of players in a strikerless tactic because you're already creating problems with mass midfields, right? So what you really want to do is you want to create lots of movement in the final third because these guys are, it's such a mass midfield. You need movement. So that's one of the reasons why I think these kind of tactics, if you set like this, something like this, you can overpower defenses very quickly. Very, very quickly. Look at the way they can't play the ball out, right? We can't play. And the only thing is we can't score. Will you still? Yeah, definitely. You'll be doing Beyond Tactics on Twitch. Wednesdays. Yeah. Same way you do it here. Same, right? Game stopped. Look at that. See this? I don't know what's going on with Harry Kane though. Yeah, apparently Saudi. I think I won't be surprised if another Saudi Arabian team puts in a bid for Harry Kane too. I mean, they got 17 billion, right? The government gave the Saudi Arabian Premier League, $17 billion to go sign players. I mean, holy cow. The first thing they did was Kylian Mbappe. Do you want to come and play? We try to get this guy. Their paychecks are incredibly insane, man. It's like, who doesn't want to play? I would play that. I mean, I just play 1 or 2 seasons, right? I can retire. I mean, I can't. Yeah. Probably my wags will not appreciate the fact that I'm playing Saudi Arabia. They can't, wear what they want to like to wear all the time anymore. That's about it. That's the only thing. Hey, this tactic, whoever sent this tactic in, just make a few changes. It's actually a good tactic, but there are a lot of options. But this isn't one of them. Yeah, don't do this. You want to do, if you ever want to play 2 defenders and 2 wing backs only, turn this guy into an anchor. You need him to help you defend. Right? So you need these 3 defending. The most important thing about strikerless tactics is how the heck do you get these guys involved in transitions? So the best way, especially if you got this kind of diamond, right? Turn this guy into an enganche. I'm telling you, you'll never regret it. Enganche, you cannot regret this choice. So you can play wide like this, or you can play the overpower game. But of course, you change these rules. You can play, or I recommend any time you want to play strikerless tactics, have 1 ball winning midfielder there. Why? Ball winning midfielders always help you win the ball higher up the pitch. What do you think a strikerless tactic is going to do? So these guys are not going to help you. They're not going to wait for the ball to come into their half. They're going to try and do it in the opponent's half, which is the worst place for them to lose the ball. And you got these 3 guys waiting to pounce. So, ball winning midfielder. This role can be a box-to-box midfielder. You don't need any attack duties here. Now, you don't want these guys running off, every day and giving this guy a heartache. Then you can experiment with these 2. Dun 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 dun. Last day on YouTube live. Why? Why is today the last day? Because we need to do a show where you drive the narrative. Okay, all right. That's the thing. Your player drives the narrative, not me. Okay, I'm tired of playing by myself. Hey, I can't do it. It's just, hey, look, I almost fell asleep the other day, do RB Live with you guys. I'm like, hey, guys, I can't do this anymore. Boom, almost fell asleep I almost face planted the keyboard, and we only 1 hour into the show. 1 hour into the stream, I couldn't do it. I'm like, I can't. This, I can't do this. I needed some motivation. So what we have is a series called Destiny, starting on Twitch tomorrow, right? Essentially, you guys get a chance to bring in your players. Rather, I mean, you'll find out more tomorrow. Okay. Meanwhile, the halls of justice. Let me see some of your questions. What if the Saudi league implodes because their money runs out? I don't think so. You think if the day the Saudi league runs out of money is the day Saudi Arabia has no more oil? Okay, that's not happening. They got oil that will last them the next 100 years. Therefore, Saudi league got money for the rest. And that Crown Prince Salman, whatever his name is, right? Okay, he's the one driving. I mean, look, he wants to build a bloody ski resort in Saudi Arabia in a desert for the Winter Games, no? Yeah, right. Saudi Arabia wants to host a form of the Winter Games. A land where they ride things on camels. They want to show people they can ski too. Okay? So, yeah, they got a lot of money. So you think that if they can bloody well bring snow to a desert, okay, you think 17 billion going to run in the next 5 years? No way, man. They're going to have money for life. For life. Yeah. So tomorrow is going to be interesting, man. It's going to be Destiny, the new series. It's you, your narrative, your chance to do, your chance to drive. It's me having to survive. That's the whole plan. I love this idea. Your players are going to torment me. Every day I turn the save, I look, I see one of your fellas was bad enough. I had to handle Neil Brock. Okay, Nugent, one Nugent called Neil Brock, and I know him. Okay, right. I go to London, I say, you're bloody idiot. Every time I play against your team, you score. Okay, now I got all of you. This is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I needed a change, and I want to thank Guru again because Guru is the one that suggested it to me. He says, "Look, you need something like this." I say, "Is it okay?" Because it's not my idea; it's your idea. He says, "No, please go with it." Yeah, so he's the one he's helped me with this all the way. Yeah, so he's helped me with it. I mean, we were supposed to get on a call together and talk about it. He wants to see whether I still have questions, but we'll learn along the way. The one thing I don't know about is whether or not, because inside the rules, right, there's no other transfers, no? Oh, only the first transfer. There's only one transfer. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see, because the reason why we don't want you controlling the transfers, right, is because of this. We want to see whether the AI, because apparently it is possible for the AI to put 400 million on you as a value, no? Because your attributes are so high. Remember, your player's reputation is also up on the spin, on that wheel, right? Remember the wheel? I showed you guys the wheel, right? And let me just go back to the wheel. Okay. You see this wheel? Okay. If you look at the wheel, right, there is somewhere inside this. I mean, I had to spin the wheel. Now you can't see what's on the wheel. So smart of me to do that because I just love spinning this wheel. Okay. On this wheel is +1 all hidden attributes. Can you imagine that? All hidden attributes go up by +1. There's also world rep, 500 world rep. Yeah, there over here. There's 500 world rep. 500 world rep. From nowhere, no. Yeah, we're going to increase your world rep. So when that happens, right, and your world rep goes up, clubs are going to go, you know what? We want to sign you. So you could end up in some interesting clubs. So you have a so when so we will randomly pick 3 Nugents, right? Okay, so randomly we'll be picking 3 Nugents. Which Nugent are you happy for? Because it'll be based on the position, like defender, midfielder, goal scorer, right? So which position you want. So you have okay. So this random Nugent is irrelevant, no? It's just the starting club he's in, starting player. Then we take the player, then we change his attributes, and then we transfer him. That first transfer, you decide where you want him to go. You want him to go to Chinese Shenyang League? That's up to you. Okay, all right. You want him to go to Saudi Arabia? If it's the league is playable, it's up to you. Okay. The thing is, I'm gonna create playable leagues. Okay, there will be a fixed number of playable leagues. So England, Spain. So tomorrow we will discuss actually we should discuss it now, right? What are the playable leagues you guys want? I say England, Spain, Germany, Italy, France, Denmark. So I need to know what the playable leagues are. So in the chat right now, all you guys are here. +1 injury proneness. +1 injury proneness. Correct. You want to make him more injury prone? Can. Because they all start at 6. That injury proneness will be brought down to 6. So they're really not injury prone. You want to make them a bit more injury prone, that's up to you. So it's up to you, man. Why back 3 are so defensive? No, you can, Jose Chavez. You're not playing it right. Okay, if you want to play a back 3, right? Okay, you play a back 3, play with defensive wingers. When you play with wing backs, yes, they're a bit more defensive. But if you play with defensive wingers and you tell them to get further forward and cross from byline, they turn the whole tactic upside down. Because then that back 3 becomes a very, very attacking system. I don't want to have too many leagues. Yeah. We don't want too many leagues, no. So wait, you got Holland. Definitely top 10 leagues are going to be there. Right? Then we add another 2 more, 3 more. But we don't want too many leagues. Because then after that, the save takes too long to move, man. England, Germany, Spain, Italy, France, and Holland. And then Portugal, Yeah. And Portugal. We're gonna include those leagues. We're gonna make the major leagues. We don't want every Tom Dick Harry league. Because if not, the loading time takes too long. I'm still running a very fast PC and the loading time takes quite long. Yeah. So that's the plan. So tomorrow, I'm excited as hell. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. I think a maximum I want my DB to be is 120k players, not more than that. Yeah. So I don't want to have more than 120k players. 100k players is already quite a lot. So we're not adding more players to the database. That's for sure. We're just gonna go. You see how is it gonna work? Is this right? So we spin the wheel. No, we don't spin the wheel. In this case, the player selection is not spin the wheel. We're using a bot. So we're gonna use this bot, and then it's gonna randomly pick 3 players. Right. So from this randomization, you're gonna be picking one of these 3 players. The reason why the 3 players are up for is the nationality, the position. Okay. We are going after the nationality and the position of the player. Right. So why? Because we are going to go to the youth team of that country and then pick from that youth team a player who plays in that position, right? And has the same nationality. Make sense? So that's where you start. You start as a national youth player, correct? Then we will change your age to 16. You baseline everybody's 16. Then you're 16 years old and all the attributes will be 14, but all the hidden attributes will be different. They won't be all 14. Actively are slowing the game much more than adding players. But the thing is, adding players is pointless. Adding players is no point. Okay, the reason why you want active leagues is because active leagues means that there's a transfer market. When you add players and you don't add the league is not in the transfer market. Meaning, okay, I give you an example. If you don't load England, okay, the 2 leagues, right? If you don't load England and Germany, do you know what happens? The whole transfer market dies. Because the 2 clubs that have got the most purchasing power are not in the market to drive players, transfer market values and all that. It doesn't work that way. So we have to include England, we have to include Germany. That's too many. I probably won't add Norway, but I probably won't add Austria and Switzerland. Too. That one too low down the totem pole. We can't add too many. I mean, you definitely can add a player with a nationality that's not a playable league, right? But the leagues that we have to be very clear on this. You can add a player who's not in a playable league, right? So that means I am from Singapore, right? So I can create myself and put myself in the Singapore national team, right? Okay, so we got because the national teams will be available, right? So we got to create national team. So his nationality is Singaporean. Is playing for as a forward in the Singapore team. Then we take the player out. Okay. We take that player out, we his attributes, and we transfer him. I say, I want him to play for Bayern Munich. So boom, 16-year-old goes to Bayern Munich. That's it. That's his starting club. So we moved him from whichever club he was in because we are just going to the national team to pick a player from there. That's it. So that's what you do. We'll see. I want to keep it as simple as possible, not too much. I just need the main leagues to be involved in the transfer market. That's the most important thing. Otherwise, we won't see $400 million transfers. Because your players are going to have so many attributes and there will come a point where you as a Nugent, right? You will be so powerful in the game that you will drive 300 million transfers. Because clubs are going to come in. The AI is going to ask for pay the moon for you. You take pictures, screenshot. You take screenshot after you put your face there. This is my Nugent. It could happen, right? Yeah, man, it'd be quite fun. I'm looking forward to it. I truly needed a save like this. Something that is so left field that only one other person is doing it. And by the time I'm done, everybody will be doing it. That's the thing. That is YouTube. Right, that's Twitch. That's the world. I mean, so what? People have done it for a long time. So, everybody's Ford made a car, Toyota made a car. Guess what? This happens. Say what? England, Spain, Italy, Germany is spend lots. Yes, we need England, Spain, Italy, and Germany. No, not Italy. The ones that spend the most money is England, Spain, and Germany. Yeah, England and Germany are the top in terms of money. Yeah, they are the ones, the kings, or they have the king paychecks. Yeah, they're the two nations where got the big paychecks. Germany not, Spain not so much. No, Spain only has got two clubs that got a paycheck. The rest of the clubs are looking at them going, hey, give us some money, please. Give us some money, please. I also want some money. The rest of they're not. They can sign players, but they give them good wages, and that's about it. Which I pushed us well so you could offload players fairly easily. Now SI was throwing the Saudi League. SI has got a lot of work to do because right now, the Saudi League just became a problem for SI. The moment the Salman gave the club 17 billion, SI now has got to go and add them into the FM24 game. Mark my words. If they don't add it, there'll be such why aren't they in the game? 17 billion. Where's Fabinho gone? Where's this guy gone? Where's that guy? I mean, some of these players could be in their prime, no. Like some of the players that have gone there are in their prime. I mean, to be fair, the same thing happened in China and it wasn't included. So, you never know. SI probably can't. There's only so much they can do. To be fair, right, it's not as easy. It's not an easy fix. Right? The whole balance of the game can be thrown off by just adding a league with a new financial dynamic inside there. It's crazy because you'll just throw the whole game upside down. So, but it also is a very interesting scenario for SI. Assume they do this, right? They can actually sell it as a concept to other people. Like, look, this is what we think, my game, we have a simulation of the world of football. And if Saudi Arabia decides they want to pump 17 billion into the league, this is what it could do to the English league, the German league. Right? They'll destroy these leagues because all the young players are now all wanting to play in a desert and they can't bring their Ferraris there. Now they all have to look for Ferrari camels. I'm sorry, I'm not making. I know if you're Saudi, don't get angry with me. I'm just joking. You know me. I've been to Dubai. I love Dubai. Yeah, I like Dubai. I hate the airport is not bad. It's okay. Not that good, though. Bloody rude. I tell you something, Dubai has got the rudest airport security fellas in the world. I landed in Dubai airport. The fella talked to me like he wanted to pick a fight. I'm like, shit. But then I was quick to remind myself, this is how they talk in Saudi. Hey, Dalje, when it comes to your tactic, you know how to create balance in your tactic. How do you know where to put an attack duty and a support duty or defend and struggle with? Okay, very simple. Okay, if you have enough play, always look at your tactic and go like, I'm moving the ball from defense, midfield to attack, right? Okay. If I'm moving the ball across the pitch, I need players to be able to bring the ball forward. There has to be an option for them to pass the ball, and then we can move the ball forward, right? So if you assume now you have a bunch of attack duties in defense, and you have a bunch of attack duties in midfield, and you have a bunch of attack duties in attack. So everywhere there are attack duties, not everybody is doing the same thing, right? So they're all moving up, right? Okay. Do you have balance in your tactic? Of course you do. All of them are attacking. It's balance. Is it a good balance? Depends, right? What kind of players do you have? What kind of setup you have? But it can still work. Right? I've shown you guys it works. But now, you have attack duties. Let's say you have your wingback or support, two defenders, and suddenly now your center midfield, you got one attack duty. Now you got a problem. Because those guys at the back, they're not running up the pitch all the way, right? You got one center guy just running off on his own. There's now a bit of imbalance in your tactic. So whenever you're looking at your tactic, it's like, can I carry and hand the ball over to the next player and the next player brings it forward? Or this guy is going to run all the way. Is there somebody to cover for him? These are the two things you ask yourself. So do you have cover for a player who might be attacking? Or can I get a few fellas attacking together as a unit? So you're thinking in terms of whether you can make an attack work as a unit and whether they can give support to each other. That's how you look at balance. So just now we had one tactic, which is the attack duty, just pummeling off in the center, right? That was crazy. Nobody else was going to bring the ball to him. So that is what you struggle. Those kind of things, you will get good at it. Trust me. If you start looking at just the transitions alone, I guarantee you'll get good at it. Yeah, you will definitely get good at it. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming on today's stream. You guys have been absolutely sensational. Today is the last day for us on YouTube, BTN. Does this mean this channel comes to a crunching end? Of course not. It does not mean that. It just means that this channel becomes the place where I bring all the shows I do on Twitch over to here. We'll re-edit them and pop them up again so that you guys can watch your Bringer Tactics all the time. So I want to thank everybody for coming in on today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. Remember, tomorrow is twitch.tv/Bustthenet. Same time, more craziness. This time, I'm not responsible for what happens to me in my safe. You are. So bye-bye. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.